Hi again, this is Pat from the animatronic shop, and here we are working on the chrome skull, and I have all the pieces cut out that make up the front part of the face. Now I'm going to get started folding and gluing this together, and a couple of points to note out, and I'll get to that in a moment about symmetry. So I'm just going to pick up this part here, and I can see my bend lines here, but I don't want to put a really hard bend in there. I just want to put a suggestion of how the bend goes, because I don't want it to be a rock solid, faceted looking model. I'd like it to have a little bit of a smooth look. So I'm just going to suggest how some of these bends are going to go. And I'm just kind of rolling it. This one here, the eye socket, I might make that a little bit harder one. And then here's the inside of the mouth. I'm going to bend these tabs all the way back because I know those are going to be a really hard edge. And you know what? I might start gluing right there as well. Okay, so I'm going to put out a little bit of glue onto my aluminum foil. And I'm just going to take a little bit of glue, put it on the tab, and then just hold that down. One thing good about Elmer's glue is it soaks into the paper a little bit, which means that you don't have to really push on it too hard, and it sets up really fast, and it's incredibly strong. So you see that one tab is already done. I'm going to move on to the next one, and I'm going to do two at one time. There we go. And I'm just going to hold these into place like so. It doesn't always stick on the first shot. Sometimes you need to hold it there a little bit. It's usually best to just do one tab at a time, but sometimes you can do two as long as there isn't too much of a bend going on between the two. Okay, so there you see we're already building the mouth. Okay, I'm going to put in this I think it might have been better if I would have done this piece first, but it'll be okay. Now, I'm going to start talking about symmetry. If I continue to work over here right now, this glue is not all that dry, and I could also be doing the same thing on the other side while this side is drying. So I'm going to do exactly that. And I really, really feel strong about working symmetrically. If you work one side too much, you might find that the other side doesn't necessarily match up to it and things get all crooked. So I kind of like to work the model all together from the middle outwards so it'll all remain nice and even, and nothing goes too far out of tweak before you see how it relates to the other piece that it's going to match up to. So that's enough there for now. I'm going to do the nose. Now I know that there's a mountain fold right in the middle of the nose. And bend. Bend, and then this one's going to be a nice hard bend. A little bit of glue, hold it together, and There you go, that's going to be the nose. I'm going to let that set up a little bit, and while that does, I'm going to come back to my model here. Bend that back. Do it just like that. Put some glue on this tab. I'm going to tuck this tab back underneath and hold it. Now the other side, I could probably do those couple of bends. Mountain bend. And fold this. Like I did before, I tucked this back underneath and held it. Finish out these two little end tabs on the ends. Oh, I don't know. Hopefully I'm not wandering off camera here. This camera here, it doesn't have a video feed, so I can't see where I am. And sorry if I happen to float off camera. I'm trying to concentrate on the model, and this is my first video, my first Papercraft video. Maybe up the road I'll get a better camera or a different camera, one that has some video feed. Or maybe, who knows, maybe I'll even come up with a pair of Google Glass. I know so many people that have them. I feel like I'm the one who's left out. Okay. I'm going to put the nose in now. And I'm going to start with the two, I'm only going to do one tab. I'm not going to get too risky here. I'll make sure one is perfect. Some models it's easy to line up the texture or the picture, and other models it's easier to just line up where the lines meet, whether it's a dotted line or a folded line or a dotted dash. Now I'm going to do this other tab of the nose, and we're moving along. This model here is, I would say it's a novice to intermediate. There's nothing too difficult here. And there aren't too many pieces. There's only 6 pages that we had to print out. And I have some models that are considerably more than that. Okay, so I think I can do that tab. Put a little bit of glue on it. and lock that tab in. Again, I'll do the same thing on the other side. And we're working our way up. And this is the hardest part of the whole skull. After this, it gets easier because the pieces are just, well, the eyes are a little tricky. But after we get past that, or this whole part of the face, the rest of it's a breeze. Because the pieces are considerably bigger. There you go, look, it's starting to take some shape here. I'm going to bend these up because I know that that's the back of the eye. So that one I can bend up. This one I'll bend up. And that's a mountain fold. Okay. Okay. Just a couple more tabs I'm going to fold over. And remember what I said before about, you know, working things symmetrical? Now you see I didn't glue that tab or that tab yet because I still have more of the model to come in and I don't want to glue that yet. I want to wait till the pieces start coming together. So that's enough for here for now. And now I'm going to do here the top of the head. And again, I'm going to lightly suggest I'm going to come back in another video and pick up with this part. Okay, so I'll see you then.